In this week's Engineering Management Lessons video, I'm thrilled to have with me Kyle Majchrowski. Kyle is the author of Powerful Conversations, How to Talk About What Matters Most in Work and Life, and he's been involved in delivery of very successful, very large, and very high-profile projects throughout his career. In today's episode, I'm going to ask him if he would share one lesson from his leadership journey that can help architecture, engineering, and construction professionals become better leaders. Let's get into it. So Kyle, a lot of our subscribers are technical professionals and they're on that leadership journey. They want to become better managers of their projects, become better leaders of people. Based on your career, you've been involved in a lot of leadership capacities, a lot of project delivery. What would you say is maybe one of the most valuable leadership lessons that you've learned that others out there may be able to learn from and apply?
Yeah, I would say that one of the most important things is people matter. And that sounds so simple, but it's actually really complex. When you're in a leadership position and you're in the project management role, then you have to truly understand who the people are, in addition to what tasks and processes need to be followed. If you can give the grace, the patience, the respect to the people that are working with you, then you will excel beyond all means when they see you as a person and you see them as people.
Yeah, I think that's really important, that it's often missed, and it's a big miss when it comes to, especially when we're talking about project management, which is important in our industry. We get companies all the time that will come to us for we want PM training, and they're totally focused on the left brain, right? The technical skills of it, like the scoping, the scheduling, and the budgeting. And the idea of people skills doesn't necessarily enter their mind when they think about the skill sets that their leaders need in their organization, right? It's easily overlooked. And so I would just totally second what Kyle is referencing here. And if you are someone as a technical professional who does want to become a better manager of projects, but most importantly, a better leader of people, you've got to think about people, right? You've got to get to know them. You've got to understand them. You've got to understand their strengths and their weaknesses. And, it's something that you can't overlook, and really it should come to the forefront. And I would imagine too, in your career, Kyle, you've had firsthand experience with this. And I know you talk about in your book that taking the time to dig in, if you will, at the beginning of a project and understanding people can really help you, prevent a lot of problems down the road.
Absolutely. When you do it together, that's where the power is. It's not through a series of interview questions where you make a checklist of this is how I understand people. When you go through an exploratory journey together to figure out who are we, what's important to us, how are we going to behave, how are we going to act, how are we going to treat, how are we going to project our own expectations on other people, what's our value system. When you do that as a group, that's where you really move into that powerful leadership realm.
That's awesome. I love that. So think about it in your next project that you're leading, your next meeting that you're leading, your next initiative that you're leading. How can you get together with those team members, those stakeholders early on and have the conversations that Kyle's talking about to make sure that you stay engaged with them? And really everyone, you kind of get the best out of everyone, including yourself, I think, if you take that route. So Kyle Majchrowski, thanks again for spending some time with us and sharing some leadership lessons here. We really appreciate the time.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I hope you enjoyed today's Engineering Management Lessons video. Kyle's advice is so important. People matter in leadership. And I know as technical professionals, we're not necessarily comfortable relating or interacting with people, but we need to get better. And I hope that his advice today, his book, Powerful Conversations, can help you to become better leaders of people. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel here. We put out videos like this on a weekly basis to help engineers become better project managers and leaders. I'll see you next week.